Previously on the
The reason I
Parker
started teaching in the
Daniels
Catholic school
Show.
when I was in my last semester of college, you have to do your student teaching. And the class before us, they were all in public school. And I think that was the year public schools went on strike.
Welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where amazing stories are shared.
And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
Or for the first, let me say this: when you first stopped teaching, for the first couple of months, I'm assuming that you were fine. Did you ever find in your life, in those times, those first couple of months or those first years, that you were feeling down or depressed because of your vision loss?
It was not because of the vision loss, but I just didn't know what I was going to do with myself. You know, what was I going to do every day? The first couple of, weeks were fine. I was home all day. I was relaxing and it was, enjoyable being at home. But then next thing I knew, I could sit on my couch and I watched the seasons go by. And I said, this, I can't keep doing this. I have to do something. I can't just be sitting on this couch watching the seasons go through.
Right.
So finally decided to, do something about it and to get up and start being more active and being more productive with my life.
Okay. So you told me a little funny story about your first introduction to using a cane. Can you tell our viewers and listeners about that?
I didn't have a cane because I felt I didn't need one. I could see.
Right.
And my friend kept asking me, well, how do you get around? I said, what do you mean? I said, I just stand up, walk out the door and lock it and go on down the hall. I can see. I'm not totally blind. I still have sight left. She said, but you need a cane so everybody will know that you can't see. And I didn't realize that until I got to the facility where I went, where I finally ended up. And my instructor told me that the first person I met ended up being my instructor for my adult living class. And he said, where's your cane? I said, I don't have one. I don't need one. I said, I can see. I said, I can see you. I don't need a cane. He said, yes, you do. You need a cane because your cane lets everybody else know that you have a vision problem. And that cane is going to protect you. You need a cane. So I got a cane.
So I love your enthusiasm. I love the fact that you don't sit back and that you did not let your vision loss, even though you're not, again, I want our viewers and listeners to understand, she has not completely lost her sight. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited that you did not let that hurt you, or you did not let that consume your life, because I know a lot of people who have come from having beautiful sight and just 20/20 to sometimes something less than light perception. It really affects them. So I'm super glad that you are a very strong-willed person. You said, I got to get up and do this. Tell us a little bit about your time at iCreed.
Oh, that was the best time of my life. I had no idea that I had sort of a preconceived idea and felt pity for people who were blind.
Right.
Until I became one of myself. And I said, this is amazing. I sat in the lobby because I'm an early bird. I don't like, being late for anything. I didn't have to be in the building till 8:00, but I would be there at 6 a.m.
Right.
And I got friendly with the security guard, and I would just sit there and observe everybody coming in, laughing, talking, walking back. Everybody had a cane. Everybody had their cane. They knew how to get from the lobby to the lunchroom, to the bathroom. They would just laugh. I said, why are they laughing? What are they laughing about? They can't see. And then I started to realize it didn't make any difference. Just because I can't see, I'm still a human being.
Right.
I still feel things like everybody else. I just can't see. And I have to learn how to do things in a different way. And when they introduced all these adaptive devices, I lost my mind because I'm a tech. I love all of these technical devices that we use.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, just being here on the show is like a new toy for me to play with.
So
And
go ahead.
it was just amazing.
So do you think in the future that you may return back to teaching? Because I asked you this off camera. You seem like you would be an outstanding teacher.
Most folks have, my one other good friend has told me that too. I don't know. With trying to go back to school and, go through the rigors of that, I don't really want to have to do that.
Right.
But I figured I had started writing and I wanted to see if I could sort of do teaching through books. And I wanted to connect the sighted world with the unsighted, specifically children.
Okay.
I always wondered, how are children learning? And I was lucky enough one summer to volunteer at the NFB, had a summer program for children at the White House, and they needed volunteers. And so this is my opportunity to see how blind children are taught. That was the best summer I ever had because I was introduced to about 8 children and they had different levels. The youngest was 3 and her mother dropped her off. No, she was 5. I take that back. She was 5. Her mother dropped her off and she came walking in with her little cane. I said, "Oh my goodness.
Isn't that adorable?" Like,
oh my
God. I didn't even know they made canes that little for little people.
Yeah,
I saw that when I had the pleasure of being at a blind school here in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. I thought that was the most cutest thing. The little girl,
she was so cute.
Oh.
And her lessons, it was like a summer program, like summer school. And so in the morning they had academics, and then in the afternoon they did like little crafts, and then on Fridays they would do field trips. But I only wanted to come during the school time that they would. Okay. I didn't want to be responsible on a field trip because my mobility was not great, and I didn't hardly use my cane. I didn't have cane mobility, and so I didn't want to be responsible to be with a child and my mobility was not strong. But in the classroom, now I can do that. I had no problems with that because they had 11 and 12-year-olds, and then they had 7-year-old division, and then she was the only one that was 5, and she was learning Braille.
Okay.
She was learning Braille, and I said, "This is amazing." I could not believe it. I had the best summer.
So, in closing, because you have shared such wonderful information with us, and again, I would love to say thank you for being on the show. Mm-hmm. Do you have any encouraging words for our viewing and listening audience?
Well, losing one sight, it can be pretty devastating. And if the person really needs somebody that they can talk to talk themselves through it, because you're going to go through different levels of emotions with losing your sight. But to let them know, once you come through those stages, there is life after sight. You don't stop living because you can't see. When I first thought when I was going to lose my sight, the doctor said, "You're going blind." My first thought was, "Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to see TV again. I'm never going to be able to see movies again." That's not true.
No, it's not.
Descriptive. I didn't know anything about this. Audio described movies, TV programs. I can still look at TV and I can still see movies. Mm-hmm. And there are so many different apps, but some folks are really not into technology. But if you're still alive and you're still on this planet, you're going to have to get into it, because those apps really do help us a lot. And if I didn't have them, or the devices that I use every day, I would really be, I don't know. It would probably be really difficult. I would probably survive. I am a survivor, and I'd find some kind of way to do it.
Okay.
But these devices make it so much better, and that life still goes on.
Okay. Y'all listen to the teacher. What's that old saying? Teacher knows best. So again, I'd like to say thank you for being on the show. And
Thank you. This was
really
great.
appreciate it. And we're probably going to do a follow-up show to see where you are, probably in a year or so. So please keep in touch with us.
Sure.
And thank you. So I'm going to close this out with, okay, everybody, I want you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you can get your boy Anthony and your girl Nicole, and hear us up here on the Parker Daniel Show, getting all these new and exciting guests who are telling us their stories. So once again, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let us know you like us. Let us know that you don't like us. You know what? We're still going to be doing this, because as we say on this show, we make changes, no excuses. Mwah! Bye, everybody.
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be hopeful.